tales of fortune, ghost towns round another bend. Tanks half empty, but I'm rolling, chasing dreams I'll never know. In this hard land, I've been searching for a place to call my own.
Broadcasting live from Site B, located in the mythical town of Fresno, Nevada. It's your favorite artificial intelligence, beep, 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 the OGGM. Check out the cool little sideshow I somehow got the computer to do. Yay, me stumbling into technology. It is Monday. It is the 9th day of Mega Power March. Hopefully you are enjoying a superific week. And you're ready for some more Vigilantes for Shadowdark. Today we're taking a look at the second to last of the core classes for Vigilantes of Shadowdark. This is the Prometheum or Super Soldier class, the class that I actually started the whole thing with. Let's turn off the slideshow for a moment, even though it is pretty cool. And go to the share screen. So yes, these are the individuals who's gained superpowers directly or indirectly because of the experiments that have been conducted by the U.S. government since the 1960s to create psychic spies and super soldiers. These are the people who got the POG, Prometheum, the Programmable Organic Genome Modifier. So if you're familiar with things like MK Ultra or the Stargate Project, the Men Who Shared It Goats, the Edgewood Arsenal products, so this is the closest to real life of all the things that I included in the game. This is sort of what inspired the whole thing. You know, not only the question that I asked myself when I first started doing this, what if the drug from Limitless was the same drug from Lucy? And all these other TV shows and movies that have been made all about, you know, people getting superpowers from an injection or a drug or a pill, and how it sort of connected with the whole actual attempts of the CIA and military intelligence over the years to create psychic spies. Because this isn't made up. There's documented proof that these experiments took place, you know, that the U.S. government tried to make psychic spies, distance viewing, stuff like that. Of course, you know, there are all those people who said, no, that's bullshit. That never happened. We can debunk that. But still, MK Ultra, Area 51, they're all out there. So it was very easy for me to look at this and go, what's the next logical step? So here we have the class. It's a D6, which I've already rolled. I've already rolled the stats. Our boy got some pretty crappy stats. Got a couple negatives. The first ability is the biohacking, and that's the ability to roll 4 times on the table below. Then we get the Iron Will, +2 to saving throw versus pain and torture. And then we have the monitored advantage where, you know, if you get captured, the government doesn't want people to find out that they've been doing this. So, you know, if you get caught by the cops or something like that, they might get a phone call saying, yeah, just let them go. And then we have the talents. We're going to roll our talent right now at our favorite online random dice roller. And we get number 8. Number 8 on the talent check is +2 to anyone's saving throw. Well, considering how pretty crappy this guy is, I think we're going to go see. I've got a -2 in Dex and -1 in Charisma. All right, and a -1 straight. So I think I'll take a +2 in my Dex save to compensate for that -2 Dex. So. And then we're going to roll a D4 times on the table to see what we get. 1 whole power from the table. All right. And then we're going to roll on the table. Where is the table? You're a table. I'm a table. We're all a table. There it is. Here's the 100 things on the table so far. I might have to add more. You know, I try to get them all, but I'm sure I missed some. So you got to roll a percentile. All right, back to roll a dice. My computer's being very slow today. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a day that happened that I didn't complain about the weather or my computer? Got 91. Power numbered 91. 91. 91. Bingo. So we're going to scroll all the way down. Roll on the psychic ability from the list below. So we're going to go to the psychic ability, which we're looking at tomorrow. And we're going to roll 100 again. Didn't know we'd be getting twice. We got a 94. 94 in the psychic ability chart. So we go to the psychic ability chart. We got transformation. Transformers. And what does transformation let me do? Transformation. You can shapeshift into the form of any other humanoid you have seen of roughly the same size as you. You get advantage on disguise, perform, and stealth. All right. So we are a shape changer. A low rent shape changer. We can shape change into other humanoids. Not bad. Not bad. What should we call this boy? So this guy got experimented on. He took some drugs. These drugs give him the ability to shape change into other humanoids. It's probably really painful. What was the other bonus? Roll disguise, perform, and stealth with advantage because you're blending in. You know, so I put not only do I blend in by, you know, the typical thing you would expect of being a chameleon, but I also blend in because I'm, you know, blending into society. So there we go. There is our super soldier, a infiltration expert, and unfortunately, the side effect was his loss of strength and dex and charisma. So it's probably not a very good infiltration expert. You know, the dice are not always generous. He would definitely be this is probably going to be a D list. Superhuman, you know. Their only weapon is a baseball bat. They got the drug, or they're related to somebody who got the drug, and somehow it messed up their various physical abilities, so they can duplicate other people. But unfortunately, you know, it doesn't say you copy the powers, just the appearance. So I could look like somebody who's stronger than a -1, but I'm not any stronger than somebody who's a -1. So, yeah. Our boy got a little screwed there, maybe. But hey, it's all fun and games till somebody gets shot, right? This is our second to last of the classes for Vigilantes for Shadowdark. If you haven't had a chance to head on over to DriveThruRPG and check out my amazing role-playing game, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe. Head on over to DriveThru and subscribe. Get yourself a copy of Vigilantes for Shadowdark by yours truly. Only $10. The original, the first, the only superhero role-playing game for Shadowdark as part of the ever-growing Shadowdark Modern subgroup. Myself, Victor, David Oakham, the people who made the two post-apocalyptic Shadowdark games, the Dark Space game, which I've played, you know. So yeah, the Shadowdark movement of Shadowdark Modern is growing. I'd love to talk to Kelsey and see what she thinks, you know. If 3 years ago when she threw her gauntlet on the table, did she ever foresee Shadowdark growing to the mega thing that it is today, and so many people taking her system and spiraling off into different weird ways, you know, like modern, science fiction, post-Holocaust, horror, and now superheroes. Yeah, Shadowdark superheroes, making D20 superhero comic book role-playing games work. It's always been my #1 love, so even if I never make anything else for Shadowdark, at least I can say I made this. and I'm very happy with it. But you know what would make me even more happy? If you bought yourself a copy. See ya.
Neon signs, they guide my journey. Broken streets and tired bars. Every stranger tells a story, every corner.
And don't forget, I will have Jake Blackmoon on my channel today at 11, who did the cover art for Vigilantes for Shadowdark. So that's the piece of work right here, the cover. To prove that he is not an AI, I will have Jake on today at 11. It's a very weird story how Jake and I know each other, so stay tuned for that.
Eyes are scarred. Desert